Hey guys, so welcome to another video. This time we are in Alunia and we're going to take on the High Elemental dungeons so that we can secondary awaken our High Elementals. Guys, first of all, I want to tell you that I will start with Kali and then I will continue with the light one because I think those two are the most interesting ones in this new patch. And yeah, Kali got a buff to her third skill. Now she has invincibility for 2 turns instead of 1. However, the most important thing is the upgrade on her stats, because with higher base attack, she will be hitting harder. And that's it. That's all you need for Kali. Kali was already great, and she's the first one that I will use because, you know, I'm a cleaver, so I am already using Kali without her secondary awakening, so yeah. I'm losing stats if I don't secondary awaken her. So yeah, now I may be able to one-shot everything, you know, with her second skill on RTA. So yeah. Now for the team that I'm using right now, I'm using the Astar from the Necro V12 team, and I'm using Rogue, Colin, and Kali herself. And as always, guys, as I always tell you, when you're going to run a secondary awakening dungeon, please consider one thing. The monster that you're going to secondary awaken, if you're going to use that unit, then try to have it on 6 stars or at least 5 stars and on her good rune set, so that slot, that 4th slot on your dungeon team can be used by a unit that can contribute to clearing the stage faster or more consistently. So that will be a huge help. Here my Kali is already runed up, and thanks to that, this team can go straight for the boss and clear this in under a minute. So after this run, I will show you guys results of rounds of 10. And well, this team has never failed me so far. So yeah, I'm going to secondary awaken Kali with this particular team. So I will see you on the next element. Okay, now we are doing this with water units, and of course you will be using Vigor, and I'm using 2 twins. With this team I go for the left tower first and then go for the boss because I don't want the left tower to buff immunity. And this team is very fast if your blue high elemental is actually rune tap and 6 stars. So guys, this team can be used. Remember to give runes to your high elemental and have it at least on 5 stars, but rune tap, so she can contribute to the clearing of this stage. Because, you know, in my case, she will be dying during the first wave and she will do nothing, and I'm clearing this with 3 units, so I'm at a big disadvantage. Now, this is another option, and remember, I'm trying to be the most free-to-play friendly that I can, so I won't be using Nat 5s that have to be summoned. So yeah, I'm only going for Ifrits that can be obtained from PCs or from fuseable Nat 5s. So yeah, here we have another team, and of course, if you have that blue High Elemental runed up, this will be much more consistent. Of course, you go for the left tower as well, because you want that to be dead without buffing immunity. And that's it. You should be able to clear this dungeon with this team without many issues at all. So remember, if you do have some other Nat 5s, maybe a Poseidon will be good here, pushing back every attack bar, and dealing damage. So yeah, keep that in mind. And of course, use the units that you have. I'm only trying to inspire some teams for you. Okay, here we are in the Wind One, and well, of course I didn't run up the Wind One because I will not be upgrading that for the time being. Maybe then someone finds a good use for that unit, and well, the only thing that I can think out of my mind right now is pairing that up with some Drunken Masters, so she always picks them up. You make them on full crit damage, so they will always crit when going with her, and they will ignore defense and can have up to 250% crit damage and full attack with 0 crit rate. And then you can one-shot things with her second skill and maybe, do something crazy like that. But I will not be doing that right now. So yeah, I'm using 3/4, the 75% of the team that I actually run to clear Elunia, but the big boss, the one from where we get the runes, because this is the dungeon that you should be running in the Dimensional Hole to get those tasty wheel runes, as well as some nice despair runes. So yeah, guys, this is very, very consistent, and I will let you watch the run. This is not actually my best Triana. However, I run this one so that I can be more, free to play friendly. And remember, you don't need the crazy speed of my Bernard. You can do it without such a fast unit. With plus 170, it's completely fine. And if you can get some more damage stacks on your Bernard, it will be great as well. So yeah, make him tanky. You know the drill, guys. You have to survive and deal damage here. This will be slow, but this will be very, very consistent. And the dark one, guys, the dark one. We're using Eirgard, we're using Basalt, and we're using Veromos. So, my Basalt is not on good runes, neither is my Veromos. He is on decent runes, but he's on 2 offsets actually. So, yeah, he's not the best rune unit that I have. However, he's okay. And of course, here, if you have that dark high elemental on 5 stars or 6 stars and good runes, then she will contribute to the clearing of this run, this dungeon, much faster and much more consistently. So yeah, I will show you how this works. Of course, Veromos can cleanse you up, can heal as well. Then you will have defense buffs from your Basalt, but in this particular case, you will be aiming for the right tower instead of going for the left tower, because you don't have defense breakers here, so you don't actually care about the immunity buff. However, you do care about the defense break from the right tower, which means that if that defense break is timed good enough for you to catch you off your defense buff and before Veromos can cleanse, then maybe the boss and the towers can one-shot one of your units, and that will be very bad. So we're going for the right tower first to prevent that to happen, not to give the boss any chances of that happening and make this much safer. You can aim for the boss directly if you have a well-runed Dark High Elemental and you have better runes on the rest of this team, because you have the heals from the vampire buff of Eirgard, and you have the heals from Veromos as well as his cleanse, and the heal from Basalt as well as the defense buff. So yeah, you are pretty much covered to tank on the tanking part, So yeah, you should focus on dealing damage, and that's why we're going for the attack leader instead of going for the HP leader from Veromos or the defense leader from Basalt. So here we are, the light one, and this is actually the most interesting buff I think we got from this update. This unit is super interesting. She can actually heal any unit all the time, every turn she takes. She can balance the HP, and she can also deal a huge amount of damage that will ignore defense, and she will heal up from that damage, and the cooldown of that skill is really low. So now this is a very interesting unit. So you should consider building this one. I will as well. I will build this in Siege and in many of the other content of the game, maybe on RTA. You can use this one, and well, I will try to make bits about it later on. So yeah, keep tuned for that. Now, how this team works, well, guys, we have Lauren to push back and defense break, we have Fran to attack buff and apply immunity and cleanse and heal. We have Shaman, who deals double damage against Dark and takes half damage against Dark and has a huge nuke on his second skill. And we have Shan, who can heal and can ignore defense. So what can you do, guys? This is actually maybe the easiest one to clear, the most consistent one for everyone if you have Shaman built. So, because everyone has Lauren and Fran built as well. So this will be very consistent. Of course, you will go for the left tower first, get rid of that tower soon. That tower won't move because you will be pushing back with your Lauren. And then after that, you will be nuking the boss. The boss will not take a turn after that because you will be pushing him back with Lauren as well. And you will be healing all the time thanks to the first skill of your shaman. And well, that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed this, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. If you have any questions about the game, let me know in the comment section. I will be very happy to reply as always. Guys, see you all in the next one. Bye bye.